Welcome my friends, Quarter Old Money channel. Subscribe. Reaching into an old coin jar, pulling out a seemingly ordinary 1972 Eisenhower $1 and discovering that it could be worth as much as $570,000 under extremely rare circumstances. It sounds unbelievable, but the truth is that some ordinary-looking coins become extraordinary because of their rarity, condition, and unique characteristics. Before you spend or ignore that old dollar coin, stay with me, because this story might completely change the way you look at your collection. The 1972 Eisenhower Dollar is one of America's most recognizable large dollar coins. It honors President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the Supreme Allied Commander during World War II and the 34th President of the United States. These coins also celebrate America's achievements in space exploration, making them an important part of U.S. history. The Eisenhower Dollar series was introduced in 1971, shortly after President Eisenhower's passing in 1969 and following the successful Apollo 11 moon landing. The United States Mint wanted a coin that would honor both a respected American leader and one of the nation's greatest scientific accomplishments. The result was a large and impressive dollar coin that stood out from the smaller coins Americans used every day. The obverse, or front, of the coin features a portrait of Dwight D. Eisenhower created by chief engraver Frank Gasparo. His initials can be found on the design. The reverse, also designed by Frank Gasparo, depicts a majestic eagle descending onto the surface of the moon while holding an olive branch. This image was inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia, symbolizing both peace and American achievement. The 1972 Eisenhower Dollar was struck at the Denver Mint, and the small D mint mark can be found just above the date on the obverse. Millions of these coins were produced for circulation, making most examples common today. Because of this, many people assume every 1972 dollar is only worth face value, but experienced collectors know that there is much more to the story. The standard 1972 Eisenhower Dollar was struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition. It contains an outer layer of copper and nickel bonded to a pure copper core. The coin weighs approximately 22.68 grams, measures 38.1 millimeters in diameter, and has a reeded edge. Its large size and substantial weight make it one of the biggest modern circulation coins produced by the United States Mint. Although millions were struck, collectors pay close attention to condition. Coins that have never entered circulation and still display their original mint luster are much more desirable than heavily worn examples. A coin with sharp details, brilliant surfaces, and few or no contact marks can command a premium, especially if it receives a high mint state grade from a professional grading service. Another reason collectors carefully examine these coins is the possibility of mint errors. While major errors on the 1972 issue are uncommon, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, double dies, and other genuine mint mistakes can significantly increase a coin's value. These unusual production errors are often discovered years after the coins entered circulation, making every old collection worth another careful look. Professional grading also plays a major role in determining value. Two coins may appear nearly identical to the untrained eye, yet one graded MS-65 and another graded MS-67 can have dramatically different market values. The highest graded examples are especially difficult to find because large Eisenhower dollars easily picked up scratches and bag marks during production and transportation. Now let's talk about the number that catches everyone's attention. This coin could be worth $570,000 in rare conditions. That does not mean every 1972 Eisenhower dollar has this value. Such an extraordinary figure would only be possible if a coin possessed an exceptionally rare combination of factors, such as an extraordinary mint error, remarkable preservation, elite professional grading, and overwhelming collector demand. The vast majority of 1972 dollars are worth far less, but understanding what separates an ordinary coin from an exceptional one is exactly what makes coin collecting so fascinating. Collectors also recommend examining the coin carefully under good lighting. Look for unusually sharp details, original mint luster, possible striking errors, or anything that appears different from a normal example. Never clean the coin, because cleaning can permanently reduce its value. If you believe you've found an unusual specimen, consider having it authenticated and graded by a respected third-party grading service before making any decisions. One fascinating fact about the Eisenhower dollar is that despite its historical importance, it never became popular in everyday commerce. Many Americans found the coin too large and heavy for daily use, so countless pieces ended up sitting in drawers, banks, and family collections for decades. That means hidden treasures may still exist, waiting for someone to recognize their importance. Every coin tells a story, and the 1972 Eisenhower dollar tells a story of American leadership, lunar exploration, and the artistry of the United States Mint. Whether your coin turns out to be worth $1, $50, hundreds of dollars, or in an extraordinarily rare case much more, the excitement comes from the search itself. Sometimes history is hiding in plain sight. So before you overlook that old dollar coin, take another look. It could simply be a keepsake from the past, or it could be a collectible that deserves closer attention. If you enjoy discovering the hidden history and potential value of rare American coins, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another fascinating coin story. And don't forget to tell us in the comments whether you've ever found an old Eisenhower dollar in your own collection. Your next discovery could be closer than you think.